two questions for this meeting set out on pages 113 of the supplementary agenda. The first question relates to the Sainsbury site at Loughton Broadway. Councillor Girling, would you please read your question?
Thank you, Chairman. I'll keep this brief before the question, and I just want to say that it's regarding the Debden store, the Sainsbury store. This store serves local elderly and disabled residents that are unable to travel to Loughton or Epping to complete their weekly shopping. The area itself is obviously very tired. There's lots of empty shops around there. It's not a very attractive area. However, my question I would like to put to Councillor Grigg is, could the portfolio holder provide reassurance to my constituents that the Cabinet and officers are committed to finding suitable solutions to the Sainsbury's Debden store delivery issue, which is highlighted, I believe, earlier on page 109, and will they reassure my constituents that regardless of Sainsbury's decision, there will be a small supermarket on the same site should Sainsbury's vacate and terminate their lease agreement?
That's great.
Thank you, Chairman. Councillor Girling, normally there are no restrictions on an operator closing a particular store. To guard against that happening here, however, there was a Section 106 requirement imposed to keep a store for as long as could be agreed, in this case until 2013. Meanwhile, the adoption of the development brief envisages and encourages redevelopment of the site, which would continue to provide a store that would help anchor trade to it and the wider Broadway shopping centre. Neither members nor officers can give a guarantee, but J. Sainsbury still regard their presence at the Broadway as important, and the Council is aware that there is also occasional interest in the site expressed by other major supermarket operators. And as you've already mentioned, Councillor Bassett's report on page 109 about the three options available to remedy the situation, you will see that on the second one, amend the arrangement on the approved qualified highway works, this is being worked on. So I think the Council is extremely interested in this and doing its best to ensure that that store remains there.
Thank you. Councillor Girling, do you wish to ask one supplementary question arising directly out of the original question, that is?
Thank you, Chair. I'm just interested to know whether, again, there's been a consideration for the part of the Langston Road highway proposal of the 106. Obviously, Sainsbury's are showing quite a large concern about how they will get the delivery vehicles down that proposed highway design, but also the BP management, the BP garage, are also concerned with that. Are there any plans to review that design?
Councillor Gregg.
I think BP are continuing there, as I recollect. With regard to Sainsbury's, other than what I've said there, I'm conscious that there's a judicial review, and I think perhaps it would be better if we discuss this outside the chamber.
The next question is also from you. Would you please put your question?
Thank you, Chair. Again, I'll save some time and not read the three parts of the question. My question is aimed at Councillor Waller, very popular, I know. Can I request that the portfolio holder works in conjunction with Councillor Grigg and officers in the Safer Communities team to host an event, perhaps at Epping Forest College, to demonstrate the new CCTV system to the Broadway traders, and sessions at schools in the area, particularly as I have two high schools, in the Loughton Broadway Ward, to raise its profile, provide reassurance and act as a deterrent towards future cases of antisocial behaviour in the Broadway shopping area.
Councillor White.
Chairman, I would like to thank Councillor Girling for his helpful suggestion. I am, of course, very keen to ensure that residents generally are aware of the benefits of the CCTV systems we have in place, and that they understand they represent a sensible use of council resources. There is a high level of signage in the Broadway informing people that CCTV is in place, so no one should be unaware of it. I am happy to ask the Community Safety Team to arrange to present the system's capabilities to the Broadway Town Centre Partnership in order to provide reassurance that the systems provide widespread benefits, including support to the police in the event of criminal activity. I would ask Councillor Girling to speak directly with the team to make the necessary arrangements.
Councillor Girling, you have a... No, okay, thank you. Councillor Girling.
Thank you, Chairman. I'm trying to seek a bit of clarity, so my question's aimed towards the Asset Management and Economic Development Portfolio Holder, Councillor Grigg. In your Cabinet report, page 31 and 32, you state that Oakwood Hill Depot, Loughton, detailed design plans are now being progressed by consultants in respect of Oakwood Hill Depot, and local councillors will be consulted, which is good. On page 32, you mention about the depot for waste management services. Alternative locations continue to be investigated for the relocation of the depot there. However, the clarity that I'm seeking is recently at the Loughton Town Council Planning and Licensing Committee, they received the planning application reference EPF 1020/12, and within that there's a transport statement, and I'll just read it just to give clarity. The proposed development seeks to provide a new depot facility to be used by Epping Forest District Council. The depot will replace an existing facility, and so I'm just asking for clarity as to there's 3 possible sites for that depot to go. Have we reached a decision where that is actually going to end up? Thank you.
Councillor Grigg.
Thank you, Chairman. I'm not sure what EPF and the number you quoted actually said, but with regard to Depot for Waste Management Service, as it states, alternative locations are being looked at. There are about 5 possible sites, but only perhaps 1 or 2 at the moment are ahead of the others, and we are a considerable way off from reaching agreement. It was, I think, stated that once at an early stage, but at a meaningful stage, the local ward councillors would be consulted, and at this time only 1 local ward councillor has been consulted. But we are continuing to look, and I think the portfolio holder for environment has sent emails out, asking if anybody is aware of a possible site, then to let us know.